Privet, board gamers. Today we are playing Matryoshka. Matryoshka is a trading game in which you are trading different dolls of different stages and trying to get a complete Russian nesting doll or trying to get matching doll levels. Today we'll be explaining how to set up, how to play, and how to win Matryoshka. So this game plays 3 to 5 players, and depending on how many players you have in this game is how many different sets of cards you're adding to the game. If you're playing with 3 players, you're going to add 6 sets of 7. If you're playing with 4, you're going to add 8 sets of cards. And if you're playing with 5, you're going to add 10 sets of cards. So you'll want to take 7 of each set, all 7 of each set, and take all of those cards together and then shuffle them up together. Once you finish shuffling up the cards, you're going to deal 6 to each player. For this setup, we're going to be setting up for 4, since that's what we're going to play in our playthrough video that comes out tomorrow. So that's 6 cards for each player. And so what you'll do is once everyone has their 6 cards, is they'll look through the cards and pick 2 to play face up. We'll get into it in a minute as far as what this means, but basically these are presenting options that you're looking for as you're playing the game. So for instance, looking at this set of cards here, nothing in the way of straights yet, or cards of the same suit. However, you do have 2 4s here. So I would probably lay down these 2 4 cards here. That way it knows that way my opponents know that I might be willing to trade for a 4. It's something that they can use to entice me into doing a trade. So everyone will lay down 2 cards. You'll wait until everyone's ready, and then you'll all flip at the same time to ensure that no one's playing off anyone else in a cheating way. So now we're into the how to play aspect of the game. So everyone has down 2 cards here. So each round is consisted of 3 different phases. Phase A, B, and C. Phase A is everyone draws 2 cards, starting with whoever's the starting player. This game says just choose a starting player, so I would suggest rolling a die or nose goes. So I draw 2 cards to my deck. Next player draws 2, following player draws 2, and last player draws 2. Each player has down 2 cards in which they are trying to indicate that they're looking for things of that nature. So I can look around at so now on Phase A. At Phase A, everyone draws 2 cards. Phase B is now where we'll start into the actual gameplay of it. I can look around at my opponents and see what they have and what I can get rid of, maybe to entice one of them to take it instead of me having it. So looking at this hand, I am going to put down this 7 of dark brown background. So now everyone will look at their hands and try to offer me something in which to trade with. You have to offer a card. Even if you're not interested in this 7, you have to put a card out there for whoever's turn it is to look at. And sometimes they can choose the card that you were not trying to win with, and it happens a lot. But odds are you're probably aiming for one person, and someone aiming for you is going to entice them to probably give you something you want as well. So basically, each person's going to put down a card out there for me to choose, and I will examine each of the cards and decide which card I want to keep. And this is done in secret, as not to reveal what they have in their hands to the other players. So looking at the 3 card options here, for my best bet, probably this 5 here is the best because it connects onto my 4 here of pentagons. So I will take that, and since I took this player's card, he will take this card to his hand. The other 2 that were not chosen go back to their hands. So now that I've done that, that is the end of my turn. I will take this card that I decided on to my hand, and this will rotate around to everyone has had 1 turn. Once everyone has had 1 turn, then that's the end of Phase B. Phase C is everyone takes the cards to hand and sets a new display. So for round 1, you only put down 2 cards. For round 2, you'll put down 4. For round 3, you'll put down 6. And for the final round, you'll put down 8. So I'll put down 4 cards that I want to express to everyone that I'm looking for something in this ballpark, or maybe being misleading with them. The strategy is up to you on how you want to play that. But once we've gone through all 4 of these rounds, with Phase A, drawing 2 cards, Phase B, taking a turn to offer a card for someone to trade with, and Phase C, taking the cards and putting new display cards out there. Once you've done all that for 4 rounds, that is the end of the game. Everyone should have 14 cards in their hands at this point if playing with 4 players. And you will lay down all of them except for 1. So once we get to the end, you'll have 14 cards and you'll lay down 13 of them, taking 1 card, even if it's a playable card, and throwing it away. So now we'll get into the scoring aspect of Matryoshka. So now let's jump to the end. This is scoring a round of Matryoshka. So seeing before me here, this is my 13 cards of my 14. 1 card would have been thrown away. So now we'll try to score this and see how many points I got for this. So you score points based off number of continuous cards in a row, and also cards in a column as well. So that's why it's important to lay it out like this so you can see it all well. So let's go ahead and score our continuous points here. So I have 4 cards here in a row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the X's. And that is, in a row, that is 7 points. So you notice I have a 6 and 7 here that are also in this row. However, without the 5 here to complete the set, these 2 are considered by themselves. So 2 in a row here is 2 points. So we're up to 9 points. Then we have 2 up here by themselves. Once again, missing a 5, so these 2 only are by themselves. That makes it to 11. And then we have 3 down here, which is a total of 4 points. So that's 15 points. Now we have to do our up and down columns as well. So of the 4s here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7. So it's 22. And we have 3 here. That's 26. Then we have 2 here, and that's 28. So total points would be 28 for this round. Anything that's by itself in a column does not count. Anything that's by itself on a row does not count. They only count towards at minimum 2, and you can go all the way up to 7. So that's it for Matryoshka. It's a very fun game. It's one that you can play with up for 35 players, like I mentioned, and it's one that doesn't take a lot of play to really understand and grasp it. So this is how you play Matryoshka. If you have any questions, please get in the comment section and let us know. Tweet us, send us a message on Facebook. However you want to get in contact with us, just let us know if you have any questions. This has been how to play Matryoshka, and we'll see you next time, because that's the way we roll.